We're live.
G'day everybody! Welcome to the Northern Nerd Show, episode number 8?
8 or 9. I've lost count.
Because we went through that whole bilingual joke last time. It was 7. So yeah, it is 8. It is 8. Episode number 8. Eric here, Travis, and we have a guest.
Special guest appearance.
Hello.
Matt Varelli. I can't remember.
Jedi Jukes.
Jedi Jukes on Steam.
Not anymore.
Oh!
It's changed.
It's changed.
It's now just Jedi Varelli.
Oh.
I went back to my old moniker.
And your PlayStation 1 is some...
Stupid AOV _ Jedi.
So I've been meaning to ask, is AOV stand for Adults Only Video?
No.
Okay.
No.
Alright. Fair enough. Alright. So yeah, we got a friend of the show and old battering mate at the old EB stomping grounds.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fun was had. And we figure this guy plays probably more games than you and I combined, Travis. So what the hell? And let's not bring him on for a while.
We're here and
so we got another contributor potentially.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
So Travis, what are we playing here today?
Today we're showcasing No Man's Sky. Came out Tuesday on the 9th. The screen that you're looking at right here is I'm buying a new starship on the advice of Matt. Because he said mine kind of sucks. So.
And I'm looking at
more
all
slots.
of that is happening. I look like it seems like yours does suck, relatively speaking.
Yeah, so I mean the weapons are a little weaker compared to this one.
Yeah. But it's more the cargo hold stuff, right?
Yeah,
That's
I wanted
the important part, right?
you get 4 more slots, and according to Matt, it's pocket change. So
Yo, man, it's not even 1,000,000 credits.
But he only had 1.2.
1.3. But there's that planet we're gonna go to.
Yes.
And it's like
The Fang of Beerus.
That's my cat. He's here too.
It's a good planet name.
He's only got 1 fang in the front. So.
Did you name the ship, or is it just like a RNG?
It's like a random number generator.
Okay, just
it's
like
the one thing in the game you can't.
I think they're all model numbers, to be honest, because I think you'll see similar ships later on, and it seems like those ships are all similar named.
Okay, so slightly different look with a 1 greater number kind of idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So Travis, this is how you're flying to the Fang of Beerus.
Yeah, so that's a moon of Birion Titanus 1.
While you're flying to it, can you go out? Like, do you have a planet map?
No.
Like a star galaxy
Well,
map?
there's the galaxy. So that's the system I'm in right now.
Okay. More Macarius.
It's a pushed together combination of my name, my wife's name, and the cat's name.
I see it.
I see you spelt 3 incorrectly.
Well, I did that on purpose because
okay.
when I spelled, because there's another system the same that's the second.
So this is the second part 2.
So the first.
Are you working star systems like Final Fantasies now?
Okay, listen. So the first system I discovered, the starting system.
Yeah.
I just named it for Bakerius. Mm-hmm. And then I found the second one. And when I was trying to put 2 with capital I's, I hit capital I, lowercase I, and I just hit, boom, done. So this is in keeping with like...
The continuity of, right? So you're right. He did screw up just on this one.
He screwed up on the one previous, I see.
So this is the Galaxy. This is another system that I discovered.
Very nice. Very
nice. Northrum. 6, because there's... I thought it was 6 planets, but it's not.
There's 5 planets there. It tells you right there. I can't miss it.
I'm sure there's a moon in there somewhere, too.
No, it would say 1 moon.
So there's not a moon.
Nope.
So this is the galaxy map.
Okay.
And,
so there's not much detail, right? It's just like, this is the spot, that's it. Kind
yeah,
of thing,
but
right?
like each of those dots,
okay,
you can go
are all star system?
to it.
Or,
yeah.
Okay.
Which is just incomprehensible. It'll never happen. So.
But are these attainable for you? Like, could you just jump to one next dot, and move on?
Depending on your ship and how much fuel, correct me if I'm wrong, Matt.
No, each jump is 1 warp.
Okay.
But you can get upgraded engines. Like, I have an engine that lets me go 300 light years at a time instead of 1 jump, so I can do about 3 or 4 jumps per.
Without depleting. Gotcha.
Like, you can skip 3 systems and then go to 1, so if you want to travel distances faster,
and
you use...
that's why the guy who leaked the videos potentially did that. He just racked up his that resource, sold it for those that super hyperdrive, and just kind of jumped quicker, right? Kind of idea. Okay, that makes sense. So it's worth mentioning that these 2 gentlemen have played it, and I haven't. It's something that it was going back and forth for 2 weeks up to release. Me and Travis are highly talking about it every time, like pretty much every day, and I've kind of made a pact with myself, and probably just, it's not through like pressure of the wife, but like, why spend money on things that I shouldn't be, basically, to an extent anyways. Like, I already knew I was buying NHL, most likely NBA.
There's a lot in like the next
Titanfall, so Titanfall 2, so I knew that there's stuff coming up. FIFA, there's stuff that I know I'm buying, so and this is by far the biggest test for me so far, was this game, is because I truly want this game. So I figured if I can get past this hump of not wanting it, then I'll be good to not buy the random game in December kind of idea. That won't really matter.
Well, I'm not going to lie, like, there was a point in time where I was going to return it, because it is a lot of, how many of those systems are going to be exactly more, like, instead of a fire planet, it's an ice planet.
And then you've been struggling with that literally for the 4 days that you've been playing this thing. You've been going back and forth a lot on this.
But since I discovered this system, it's pretty mineral rich. So there's a lot of farming that you have to do. So this planet here, this moon of my cat's main planet,
the Fang of Beerus.
There, I've named this the Fang of Beerus, this moon. There's so much like gold, you can see them flying over some there. There's different rare minerals that you said you haven't even
I haven't even seen them. The exotic quality minerals, which is the highest tier.
And you put a good chunk of 20
I would say 20 to 25 hours so far. I don't know.
So it goes to show that the random number generator through the Excel sheet does work, right?
I lucked out, I guess.
Exactly. Right? You have purely lucked out in this, and in a way it makes the game, you kind of almost like get that appreciation for that game again, despite it being the same type of planet, right? Like, yeah.
Does yours do this, the pop-in?
Yeah, the pop-in. I think they have to. I wonder if it's better on PC. I haven't seen anything for PC yet.
They released the specs.
The specs are pitiful.
They are. Well, this is only a 6 gig game, isn't it?
Yeah,
on the console, or
it's an Excel spreadsheet.
It is.
Basically, that's all it is. It's just pictures showing up based on a number that's generated, right?
But yeah, the pop-in is atrocious.
It's bad. You're absolutely right. Yeah. No, I saw a Reddit post something about the PC version. I don't know if it's just because it's released today.
Have you found any planets with like cities or more than just settlements? Is it just like
not cities, but there's sometimes you find a settlement that's got like 4 or 5 buildings in it.
Okay.
But I haven't found like a full-blown city. I don't even know if those exist.
Yeah, like it doesn't. Yeah, like for the stuff I've seen, it doesn't look like it. But
so here's something rare that's undiscovered.
So this is like your first person. Like you're out of your ship now. You're just kind of walking about, right?
Yeah, so you mine the plutonium. It pretty much powers everything until I'm sure you.
It's like Fable was like once you kill it, those orbs just come to you. You don't have to press a button to come to you.
Kind of idea. Show up.
Okay, yeah.
And this is what.
These are one of the exotic materials. I think there's 3 or 4 of them, and the high level upgrades require them.
Okay. And
so I should at some point probably stop selling it.
No, because you won't need those upgrades for some time, I guarantee by the time you actually do need them, you'll have the money to buy them from the store, or you'll just find another planet with them. Right now, this is just easy money.
It is, like you said, the pocket change portion of this ship probably comes back to the fact that you have exotic resources that you can just sell off for billions of dollars, right? Yeah.
So, like, this moon that I'm on, Eric, is, like, pretty inhospitable, and it's really, like, look at my life support system, it's, like, tanking.
It is. So that is. It's not like you have a shitty life support.
Well, I do upgrade. Because I'm sure Matt's probably better.
He hasn't upgraded it yet. Like you can get upgrades later on that'll make it last much longer. I haven't been to like super inhospitable planets that say like right at the bottom that it's inhospitable, but like I can go for an hour on a planet without entering my ship,
even considering,
and it won't have to, and it won't reach like empty.
Okay.
So that's like the farming. You just kind of zap it.
You zap stuff, right?
Yeah. So I've discovered a thing here. It's an abandoned post.
Okay. That's like a save point, or something like that?
Yeah, these are your save points.
Yeah. So that's like the Equid Flats is a region of the moon?
Yeah, and then like you go in here and like there it is, I've discovered it.
And you have the ability to rename that.
So I'll rename it, and you always want to rename stuff because you get
XP
money.
Okay, money.
You get the money. So
is there like an XP system in this, or is it just
no,
money
just
buy upgrades?
Money buys upgrades.
Okay,
that's all it is.
Okay. Well, you're not on the Northern Nerd planets. You're gonna ruin the continuity.
No, they traveled from the North of Nerd system.
Oh, to settle down here.
And they abandoned.
Okay. The outpost. Nice. The Nerdist outpost. I like it. Okay, fair enough. As long as you keep your narrative thread going, I'm okay with
my own
this.
headcanon.
Exactly. Yeah.
How late did you discover Sprint? Because I discovered it like yesterday.
Oh, I discovered Sprint about 2 minutes into the game.
I mashed a bunch of buttons and then started writing.
I tried to sprint with the left stick, and I'm like, that's scan, that's dumb. And then I click the right stick, and you sprint, and I'm like, why can't you change this? This is dumb.
So controls aren't remappable?
Yeah, I think you can do it through the PS4.
Oh.
Like, they're remapping, but this game has no control options. Okay. You're going to get a sweet blueprint out of this.
Oh,
nice. So I need some carbon. It tells you what it needs.
Yeah, those are 2 resources you need in order to build.
Yeah,
right?
so that's a pretty sweet.
If you look to your right, you will see that broken pod there. Those are damaged machinery. They'll give you
another new one.
The usually ship technologies they'll give you.
Okay. Huh.
Microdensity fabric. Now I know what I have to do with that. I crafted like a bunch of them. I'm like, can I wear this?
No. Later on, suit upgrades will require them. Some ship upgrades require them. But they are easy to make. I think they're 50 iron.
Korvax. Is that a species familiar to you?
Korvax is the weird robot aliens.
Okay.
There's 3 species that I've found so far. The Vy'keen, who are these weird... They're really alien looking.
How close we are to each other. Like in terms of like... Have you found anyone else's system yet?
No.
Okay.
I have not. Some streams I've watched have found like this is a person, like you can tell it was named by somebody.
Yeah.
I have not found. I've only jumped 13 times though.
Okay.
So
yeah, you haven't really expanded.
But I did go through. Spoiler. This is a spoiler. I don't know how you guys are.
No,
okay.
We give them a warning and they can.
Okay. Spoilers in this game.
And rewind as you see fit.
You can jump through black holes in this game.
Okay.
And they will launch you like millions of light years.
Gotcha.
So I used one of those finally. So maybe I'll find somebody because
who knows where you ended up.
So that's pretty much like when you're done with the systems you found.
Then you use that
then you do that because I never would. Like I'm terrified right now of like losing this moon because
it's
so mineral rich.
You'll find another one. So like
that's exactly. That's
I just like to just keep going. I've stayed on this one moon for about 8 hours now because they have these green materials that are like rare. Mine are called Gravitino balls. When you grab one, the Sentinels automatically go to level 3 and will just try and destroy you.
And the Sentinels are the flying
little robots. They're little robots. Right? They're like the only bad guys in this game.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
Have you discovered the bigger ones yet?
I have found level 3, which is the like the dog type ones. Level 4 does like an ATST kind of thing, but I kill them too fast for them to turn into level 4.
Did you reject Atlas?
I've done one Atlas thing. I'm kind of just doing my own thing right now, though.
Oh, yeah, I've been doing my own thing, too.
The second waypoint was like 10 jumps away, so I was like, no, thank you. I went the other way.
And the review thread, like the Reddit review thread for No Man's Sky just kind of popped up today, because
it's Friday, so
publications are I've got a week for it kind of idea.
Yeah.
Like Giant Bob had their quick up on Monday night kind of idea before release.
Yeah, I want to talk about that when you're done.
Yeah, for sure. Like, but like the Metacritic, like and it goes to Travis's point of like he was like back and forth all week as he's playing this game, and now this changed his mind again. And I'm sure after this moon, you're probably not going to find something else that for a bit, so you're probably going to wane off of it a bit more. So the Metacritic score is officially 69.
That's fair, bordering on good.
Yeah,
that's exactly where I would put this game.
Exactly right. Like the Destructoid gave it a 7 out of 10. PlayStation Lifestyle gave it 9 out of 10. I wonder why.
So here's a launch pad. So I can land on that.
Okay. Jim Sterling gave it a 5 out of 10. And my
unredeemed items. See, I forgot.
Yeah, that would be really obnoxious. I didn't pre-order this game, so I don't have that.
That just pops up regardless?
He didn't take the starting ship, which is...
So what I did, right, so I went, and then you go to redeem bonus
as
content.
one would.
You get 10,000 units, which is the money.
Yeah.
You get the mineral gun thing that I'm using.
Okay, yeah.
But there's a ship, too. So, when I started the game, you had your starting ship, which was crap.
Which was the standardized generic one, right? Yeah.
I grinded and I got that yellow ship that I had.
Mm.
But then I'm like, I have the pre-order bonus stuff. I'm sure there's money. I could use all the money I can get. So I redeemed it. But now there's this ship. But it's only got 16 slots.
Yeah.
Which is worse than my last
original
ship.
one, right? That we didn't purchase. Yeah.
And I mean, it looks cool.
It's got an X-wing feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
However, why would I ever switch from the ship that I especially now have?
So we know for a fact that if you take this thing, you lose your current ship.
I will lose 5 slots.
Okay. No, yeah, but like you have no ability to have 2 ships in your
party. It just disappears.
Okay.
System.
Yeah, so that's done.
So then I'm like, well, no, I don't want this ship.
No,
now.
I just
leave it alone.
I don't blame you.
But it keeps flashing in the bottom. You have unredeemed.
That would drive. I would just redeem the ship.
Just for exercise purposes, just because I'm inquisitive in that way. Go to your options menu and see if you can delete that. Like get rid of notifications in that way.
No, because that's where you get your story stuff too.
Oh, okay, well that sucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna have to do is I was gonna do it, but I forgot when I bought this ship.
Before we should have redeemed it, then bought the new ship.
I was gonna redeem it, switch everything over, and then just buy the new ship.
Yeah.
But I'll just have to wait because I'm sure I'll buy it. How many ships have you been through?
I'm on my 4th ship now. I'm looking for a 30-slot ship that doesn't cost $18 million.
So you're at a point now where you know what you're looking for, but you have a good idea of the economy of, right? Like the worth of it, kind of idea, the value of. Okay, gotcha.
So just for our 20 viewers, the gun that I'm on now is the Bolt Caster.
Okay.
So it's like a proper
FPS shooter style.
Yeah, like I can attack the Sentinels with it.
Okay. But it's crap, right?
It's the aiming in this game is real bad.
Okay.
You can tell combat's not the fun.
It's really not.
The whole point is to avoid the combat, right? Like. Okay.
Yes and no, because you get titanium.
You get about 30 to 35 titanium per Sentinel kill. Here we go. It's a Corvax alien, one of the 3 races you can see in this game. There
I have unredeemed items.
So what? Like we only know he's a Corvax because of the shield on his chest. Or because he told us it is.
They're the Corvax. They're like the robot-looking dudes.
Okay, gotcha.
This guy is scared.
So you actually unlock some of the language.
I've unlocked probably 25 words.
So for those who don't know, like the Eris, the Kevich, the Ural, the Monogor are words that Travis hasn't unlocked yet, and that's what the please is that if you hadn't gotten please, those would be unintelligible words as well, kind of idea. So there's almost I guess that's almost a form of progression as well.
Yes, I like to look for words.
Yeah, so
my standing decreased.
Yes, you chose the wrong option of the 2.
Because you didn't know what he was asking.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. So that part is probably one of the most appealing to me.
That's what I love the most is finding the words.
Right? Because if it kind of puts you in that Star Trek Prime Directive idea of
I feel like a jerk.
Yes, but that's part of it though. It's that the whole discovery of you need to learn the language in order to be able to create your increase your standing with these people. Right?
And since I discovered this system, because the North of Nerd system was the Gek are the supreme beings there, or they're the species that are currently there. So then. I wanted to get back to researching more about the Corvax, so then
you went back to your...
No, I went... Yeah, and I found this system that I'm in now, and this is where I've been for the last couple of days.
And you've been here because it is that mineral rich, right? That's basically your only reason why you're hanging around here is because the gold and the...
because the stuff that I've read online is, spend a lot of time, grinding and, upgrading your stuff, because the further you get to the galactic core... the harder it gets. I can see now. I've been mining too much and stripping the planet.
He's giving you a scan out.
He's scanning to see what you're doing.
He's starting to get irritated a little bit.
Okay, and is that just specific minerals or just in general?
It's everything.
Okay. So he's like, hey, you're destroying my planet.
Yeah, a few people on Reddit have made it closer to the galactic core, so the Sentinels are a little they're the walker ones and stuff.
And sometimes they'll just look at you and okay. I'm gonna fight you now.
Yeah, you clearly don't belong.
You don't do anything.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You've stripped this planet too much. We're gonna destroy you.
So you can fly from, like you say, from spaceport to spaceport within on this moon itself.
I can land anywhere on the moon.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So you could just plop down right now without going to that spot.
I'm not going to because it caught. Well, I mean, I have tons of. Just land.
Yeah, and they're just gonna walk around within that area and then jump back in and jump out, or push out again. Okay, but pushing out at that point causes cost resources.
Yeah, so now it's going to cost me 25.
Yeah, if you're not on a landing pad, it costs you 1/4 of your thrusters.
Gotcha, to push upward.
And that requires
What is that
plutonium.
floating thing in the air on the right?
That is copper, most likely.
Yeah, it is.
Copper is always floating in the air.
What?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. It's just how it works in this universe. Copper is usually floating in the air.
Yeah.
So is it just that here in Sudbury we're just weird and we have to dig downward instead of looking up?
Pretty much.
So I'm going to go to space.
Okay. So does that cost any extra resource?
To use the in-system, like you have your warp drive that you can go from system to system.
Yes.
Then you have like an in-system sort of warp drive.
Okay.
Which I'll show you. It significantly reduces like.
Gotcha. Is that a number, like the number at the bottom left there?
That was how fast you're going.
Okay. Gotcha.
So the 148U is how fast I'm going.
What's going on the left?
That's how far away from whatever.
Pushing away from it.
Yeah, whatever last planet target it is.
You have a photon cannon on the right, I see.
Yeah.
So that's what that is, I guess?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if he has a mining gun, he can click triangle and it'll switch to it.
Okay.
Oh, I do.
Phase beam.
And that just destroys it less?
No, it's more of a laser. If you're going too fast, it kind of screws up.
So you just overheated there, or what happened? Is that the
I don't know.
You can shoot it once, so there you go. It does that.
Oh, gotcha.
Like if you know you're gonna hit like an enemy ship, you can use that instead of the photon cannon. Gotcha. Photon usually does more damage if you don't have upgrades on either. But
yeah, no, okay, okay.
It's like a laser gun versus like bullets kind of thing.
And I think and here's where I think the problem with this game started from.
So I'm gonna go to in-system warp.
Okay, so that you can travel from
yeah, now
is it galaxy to galaxy or star system to star system?
This is planet to planet.
Okay,
this is in system.
Gotcha. Okay, in system. Okay,
yes.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
So I got dropped out of warp.
Now you're going back into space.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go back into space. I don't know what planet.
Go down. I would go down to the planet if I were you.
Yeah.
Because you do have some rare materials on you. They might come in and attack you.
Off you.
See, found valuable cargo.
Yeah, they're gonna come after me until I can get down here.
Wow. Okay. So there are space pirates in this game.
Oh, yeah. They're the only things that have killed me so far. Yeah, there was 4 of them, and
if you're 2 to 1, you'll get killed.
If you don't have game at that point.
If you don't have a good ship,
that
can do a lot of damage, you will die.
Can you upgrade your hull?
Yep.
To more higher defense, so to speak?
I have 1 shield upgrade on my basic shield, so I have a bit more shields.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't upgraded my ship that much because I spend most of my time on planets.
Exactly.
And
so this planet
once I find a good ship, I will start upgrading.
Yeah.
A lot of the materials are annoying to get. Oh, see that question mark on your right? I would go down there if I were you.
Yeah, that is an important
I saw something.
Yeah, I think I know what it is. Oh, I don't have my... I took my thing off.
You took your analysis visor, but yes, I would go down there.
And we took that off because that was attached to the gun at one point.
Yes.
But why was it attached to the gun? Just because
that's where it is.
Attaches your gun?
Yeah, your analysis visor is just on your gun.
So it's the Mass Effect micro tool thing?
Yeah.
The Omni tool?
Yes,
pretty much.
Yeah. They're called multi-tools.
Oh, okay.
I call it a gun. It's a gun.
Because you shoot things.
I would scan that, but you don't have the... This is the most important thing in the entire game, right here.
Okay.
This is your suit upgrades.
Oh. I found a bunch of them on the moon.
You can buy a slot.
Oh.
Which is super important.
That's absolutely.
I think the maximum is 48 slots.
Yeah, so that's the difference between 3 slots of gold or 4.
Well, no, exactly.
Because the gold can fill up, or any mineral.
It's like on Rebel Galaxy, right? If I don't increase the hull size, I can't bring stuff to go sell it. Basically, right? It's the same principle, right? Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why I did that.
So
this planet is super toxic.
So
that's extreme toxic.
The number,
extreme, yes.
Yeah, the number at the bottom is not. Yeah, so it's actually negative degrees outside.
But
it's super toxic.
Yes, the rain will get you. Honestly, it won't kill you. I can't see you dying from this stuff.
It just leeches at you enough to be annoying.
It becomes annoying.
Exactly, right? But I thought you did we not find a radiation suit?
He has to install it onto his.
Okay, but could he have done that right then and there?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So he has to have an empty slot on his exosuit like he does.
Yeah.
And then you click the X button and it'll bring up
it's the one on the
technologies.
Right. You don't have the carbon. Okay.
Carbon is very easy to get.
It's what seems like the most standardized
Just
material.
Find a plant.
Exactly.
You just shoot.
You could have said that with some disdain there.
You just find a plant and you shoot the plant and you get carbon because it's the basic building block in this game.
Yeah, exactly right. As I guess So we have the 100.1 toxicity, which is flashing, which means on the bottom left there, which means clearly toxic. It's telling you so. What is so the bar at the top that says extreme with the hazardous logo, the biohazard? Is that just basically telling you the exact same thing?
That is your shield going down.
Gotcha. Okay.
Once that is empty and you're on like a planet that has that, you'll eventually start taking health damage.
Gotcha.
The fact of the matter is, like, you'll never get, even when you are taking health damage, it's really slow. I can't see you dying from the elements in this game.
Okay.
I really can't. I can't see it happening.
Not even like extreme cold or extreme
No,
heat?
like I went underwater. There was an ocean on a planet I was on,
Neat.
and I went all the way to the bottom for one of those monoliths. Mm-hmm. Even after my oxygen ran out, the time it took for me
to continue grabbing it,
to continue taking damage from it, I made it to the top anyways.
Okay. Is there a jump button?
Yes. Yeah, you have a jetpack.
A jetpack. Okay, neat. Okay. So I was like, how the hell are you getting out there?
This is a trade station, so there's usually a gentleman there, and there'll be a Wheatley type
yes, okay.
thing that will let you sell stuff through. There we go. There's the gentleman and the Wheatley type selling guy.
The Wheatley is the store, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the planet's toxic, not radioactive, so that's why I'm...
Oh, okay. So that was, yes, the toxic and radioactive are both green.
Two different things.
Yes.
No, I can buy into that.
I'm going to go...
into your ship for a bit?
Yeah.
Or would this be a good test to see how low your health can not go?
It'll take you a while.
That's what I mean. Like, would that have been a good time to try and test that out?
I've tested it, so...
But the viewers haven't.
I should buy the game.
I love it. So you recommend... Okay, so instead of talking about the game itself... Because two days ago, your recommendation was, don't buy this game.
Well, my recommendation 2 days ago was like, well,
Yeah.
I was talking to some guys yesterday, and I said, I love the exploration aspect of it. That's what a big draw is for, like, Skyrim. And
that's what you call it, is the exploration part of Skyrim without...
And Fallout and stuff like that, but...
I would shake his hand and take the 1 health damage.
Pain is intense.
Take me with the gift.
There you go.
Thermic layer.
You have so for hot, it's extreme cold.
Yeah, okay.
So on extreme cold planets, you have a shield now.
So you got an upgrade for a parka. Congratulations.
Yeah.
The level 1 parka.
So you're not even at a Grey Goose, Canada Goose jacket yet?
No. So my problem, like, with this game is it's just, like, admittedly, I've spent a little more time now, and I've been to some worlds that are a little more populated, and you're getting a little bit more into the lore.
And populated, you mean like there's like bases?
There's like people to talk to. There's bases.
Okay.
I'm learning the language now, so I can understand them obviously better instead of just going whatever. Like sell me your ship.
Give me your money.
Oh, neat. Oh, that's a first.
So now look at his. Now that they're combined, look at his shield going down. The Storm and Extreme combination will absolutely destroy you.
Yeah. So that's probably where your extremeness probably...
I would imagine.
Test it.
I still don't think it'll kill you. But
if you're vigilant enough. Mm-hmm. But if you're just walking about saying screw it and you're not really paying attention, probably.
Yeah.
Kind of idea. Yeah, okay.
If you're far away from your ship and a storm shows up, maybe you're in trouble.
Right. Find a cave and...
hide underneath.
Because there's certain areas you can go on the planet and it'll be like...
Sheltered?
You're good.
Your stuff will, like, level out.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
They were waiting for you.
Oh.
They were waiting.
So if you
there's only one. It's only one pirate.
This is the time.
You can take it out. You can take it out.
Find him.
He's up.
Okay,
He's quick.
He is quick. Oh, wow. So there's just a lock-on mechanism here?
There's kind of.
You don't have I think certain ships have it, or it's an upgrade, where there'll be a targeter where it tells you to shoot, and that's where it will go. You have to lead your shots in this game.
Yeah.
I don't have that upgrade on my ship, so space combat is really hard.
So do you have any resources here that you would hate to lose at this point?
Not really.
Okay. So it's worth fighting them at this point?
Even if you do lose them, they'll just sit there. And then
like some of the minerals will sit. They've stolen my warp coil before.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, I built a warp cell and I was about to warp, and then I got attacked. Yeah, this one doesn't show me where to shoot.
Yeah.
My last ship would lead my shots.
Okay.
It leads your shot, which I think is really important in this, because it's really hard to hit ships.
Yeah, it seems like he's like either the game is slow, like your ship is slow.
The shooting mechanics are just not good in this.
Exactly.
Okay. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's really it. Boils down to that simple factor that it's not meant to be that way. They implemented it that way, kind of idea. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Am I escaping or?
They'll chase you for a little bit, but if you land, like they'll ignore you.
So now here you're just recharging the shields?
Yeah.
Using the resources you have on you?
Yeah.
Like, so do you have like a base ship where you're a base, like home base where you can store stuff?
Nope.
So it's constantly on you?
It's either on your ship
whatever you have on your ship and your person is it.
Okay. Interesting. So you're saying, Travis, like, as far as recommendation goes, or however you want to word that, go ahead, by all means. Like, this is your platform at this point.
Yeah, so, I mean, the exploration aspect of, like, Fallout, Skyrim, like, those Bethesda-type games is obviously very strong with this.
Yeah.
With No Man's Sky. However, I feel that, like, the argument, like, well, look how big the universe is. Like, look how there's, like, I forget what they said. Like
18 quintillion.
And it's to discover. And it's kind of just like...
And that's fine. It's just not
so what? Like...
Yeah.
Yo, be careful of those crabs. They will attack you.
Yeah.
And they're vicious. The crab-type things in this game, they're vicious.
That's funny. Stalled.
So when Korvax now say stalled...
Travis will be able
Okay, I didn't know that those balls were calcium. I see those all the time.
Well, now I'm up on you for 2 exotic.
I know, I have 0 exotic materials. Well, when you scan, they don't show up as exotic, so...
Is that because your scanner's not upgraded enough?
I have, like, the level... I don't know, because I have, like, the scanner, and then I have, like, the level 2 distance upgrade on it. I don't know if there is, like, a quality upgrades. Haven't found one yet.
Some kind of distinguishable thing that it says, oh, here's a material, but this thing is now good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These crabs.
Oh, vicious. Man, he's going for it.
The vicious crabs.
Where's my ship? I'm running.
Yo, they're vicious. They will get you.
They will destroy you. So
I feel like everyone's after me.
I feel like this
inhospitable planet.
This is not a good planet to be just chilling on.
No. So instead of fighting him, that ship that we've been trying to.
I can fly to the other side of the planet and get off that and hope he's not there.
Yeah,
so there's a logic there, right?
Eventually, they'll just stop waiting for you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because there's a whole planet. Like the whole planet is here to discover.
Mm-hmm. But yet you don't have like a true map of the planet.
No.
See, I think that's the downfall. Like almost like Civ 5, like the darkness of like the fog of war.
Mm-hmm.
Like have a map like that where you have not discovered this section of the map.
There's some things that help, like you can set markers on things, like there's a trading post nearby here. When I'm on a planet for farming purposes, I usually like scan the trading post with my scanning visor, and it'll keep that marker on my map, so I kind of have an idea.
Direction, right? Yeah, okay.
And there's things, if we can see one, if you see a giant like red beam coming out of the ground, go to it, and it'll allow you to put a bunch of waypoints on your map.
Okay.
To help you find stuff.
And in your experience, does every planet have that?
Many of them. They're all over the place.
Gotcha. Okay, so even many times on the same planet.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So I think for me at this point, like, yeah, the exploration's fun. I'll probably hang out in this system for a long time. I mean, I'm not really going to show people. If you really want to see how you warp between systems, you can YouTube that elsewhere. It's as simple as buying... can you craft the...
everything is craftable in this game, so you just have to find the recipe.
As long as you have the blueprint for it.
I usually buy the suspension fluid, and then I go from there.
Okay, so you can craft suspension fluid from, I think it's just carbon, to be honest, because I think suspension fluid is the base one. And then from there it upgrades to something, and then from there, so it goes to electron vapor, and then it goes to antimatter, and you need antimatter and
then you can
thamium to build the warp cells.
I feel like I flash back to like our Destiny days with like 18 currencies.
There's way too many. Destiny has way too many currencies in it, and there's a cap on how much money you can have, which is real dumb, and it's a really low cap.
We're talking about Glimmer or in this game?
No, Glimmer. In this game, there is no cap.
Glimmer became useless after the first update.
Glimmer is super useful. I need to buy all my heavy ammo synthesis. Well, 950 a pop. I haven't played Destiny in forever.
I uninstalled it for this.
I'll play it in September.
So when the new one, the Iron Banner thing,
I'll play that for 2 months, get bored of it again because people are real bad at it.
Yeah.
And then I'll just move on.
Because like we had then this is gonna be like open talk time. Like we played the Taken King for like you, me, and Mike played Taken King for a good 8 to 10 months.
Once The Taken King came out, we really came into our own.
The Taken King, I must say, was a very, very good expansion. They did exactly what they needed to do to make that game not terrible.
Exactly right.
Because that game, when the base game, I played hundreds of hours.
Oh, it was too, right? That's the thing.
But that game was not, like, it's just like this. This game is not great. I'll play like 100 hours. I'll play this for 100 and something hours.
Exactly,
like,
Do you know that you could attack these ships?
Yes, you can. I don't recommend it. I really don't recommend it.
Because if you destroy them, you
get loot.
Stuff.
I don't think it's good loot unless you're really lucky.
It's like titanium.
Yeah, you get. Yeah, but like you'll get destroyed by their guns. They'll have ships that come and get you. Like,
the buzzards around. Yeah.
So there's a few things that I want to say about this game.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, open platform time for Travis. Yeah. We gotta keep coming back to something that's happening on the screen.
listened to the Giant Beast cast. Their quick look at this.
Yeah.
And they were saying, like, everything that he said he has done so far in the game. I was a little bit behind them. In terms of like what I had done.
Alex Navarro had played a few hours. He had put in at least a few hours, right? Yeah.
They're obviously in a very different system than I was, and they met different races. But the overall like arc. There's my old ship. Was the same. Like there's things that I was finding that they also found, and it was identical.
Like it's like the story pushing itself forward.
Yeah. So there's like one thing I remember him talking about was like, you're hallucinating, and there's this spoiler alert, but you're hallucinating, and there's a creature, and it's like his neck is broken, and he's obviously suffering. If you do nothing, you'll be punished by the game, but if you kill it and you help it, you'll get rewarded with a blueprint.
Okay.
They experienced that on the Beastcast, and then I did the
exact same scenario, but different star system, right? Like exactly.
Yeah. So it's like it's obvious that the overarching story is going to be identical for everyone.
It's just whether you choose to do anything with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So just coming back to like the world of Fallout 4 is obviously more
fleshed
out and populated, and there's like in terms of side missions, there's more to do.
But this game never purported itself to be that.
No, and I'm not saying that it did, but the wind kind of comes out of its sails when you say, well, there's all these star systems that you can explore, except none of them are populated, and, when I say none of them, I mean...
It's a single-player game.
It's very much a single-player game.
With the guise of potentially seeing other Matt's planets.
Don't get me wrong, like, this game is setting a standard for sure. For people who want to make, like, enormous... This has to be the biggest game ever made. In terms of, like, things to do.
As far as the expanse of the universe. Right?
Are those things that you get to see and do different from one another?
Potentially not.
No, not really.
There it is.
in the 30 minutes that we've been sitting here so far, you've seen the entire game of No Man's Sky.
As far as gameplay goes.
That's, you basically
go to... What about planets?
They're very different. You'll find hot planets, you'll find cold planets.
But if you find one hot planet, will the next one be very similar, or will it have variation?
The variation will be maybe there's different creatures on it, or maybe there's different minerals on it. But it'll be like, this is a hot planet.
I think at this point, to really wow me with this game, is for me to leave this system and go to a new system, and one of the planets is a city planet.
Something completely
like Star Wars.
Different, right?
I just can't see that being in this game.
It doesn't seem like it fits, right?
No.
It doesn't, right? Yeah, exactly.
But like the other thing too is like, who do these ships belong to that I'm warping towards?
Those are just AI ships, right?
Well, what's their story? Like, is it a battleship? Is it a mining ship? What's its story?
They seem important because they're a big
brigade. They seem pretty big.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
It's like the title of the game is No Man's Sky, but it's obviously someone's.
Nice.
Like there's obviously like a mining consortium somewhere because a big push of this game is like different minerals.
And that's it's interesting because
it's like who's the major player in this universe? Who's the military power? Why isn't there a battleship warping in right now and like
somewhere?
They're like, what's your story?
Yeah,
we don't like
you instead. Yeah.
You're piloting it. Who'd you buy that ship from?
Yeah.
Because he's a wanted criminal.
Right?
Now you're coming in for questioning.
And I think that's why, like, I'm kind of glad that I didn't... No, I like where you're going with this, because, like, the narrative thread is very singular, right? There's nothing happening around the edges.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas, like, Rebel Galaxy may not be as big as this, even though it's pretty freaking big.
Rebel Galaxy, large game.
But it's got that huge narrative of, if I want to attack this pirate ship, the other pirate group will love me. And therefore, if I can do a bunch of different intertwining things, right?
I get that at the end of the day, that's not the game.
It's not the point of that, right? Exactly. Yeah.
But it's just like
it's a drawback. It is his main drawback.
Your one hook is like, look at all the stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, there's like another planet here somewhere that I haven't.
That moon there, perhaps.
That's the one.
Yeah. Moon of Barian, Titania.
That is Ungao Apostle.
Okay, so the Ungao Apostle is the name of the planet, which means, and it says undiscovered right
Yeah, so if it's undiscovered, if it says undiscovered, you can rename it.
Okay, yeah. And like I said, when you rename it, why wouldn't you? Because you get money.
Yeah,
even if you don't rename it, you can just upload it and you'll get the money anyways.
But do you get like a multiplier? If
no,
you rename it?
Just renaming it lets it be like, I renamed it.
Yeah, it's me.
I only rename planets and systems. I don't rename creatures. I don't rename...
I like that idea.
I don't rename creatures, plants, and like the waypoints he's discovered. You can rename those as well. I haven't named it. I just leave those.
I kind of like it. So it gives it that
look at this
native
too.
feel of it. I like that logic behind it.
Look at the gold.
So that's all gold.
So this is obviously a rich
star system.
The whole star system is pretty rich.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. This was an example of what I was talking about earlier. If you land this red beam will let you. It's a signal interrupter, so it lets you scan for certain things.
Okay.
You're gonna need some materials.
So we got pleasant weather. Sentinels are regular, so they're not high intensity.
Yeah, like Sentinel's the one planet where I said they were really aggressive.
You probably said
aggressive.
It said aggressive. Like, be aware, right?
Yeah, that usually means rare materials are on this planet. If it says aggressive, right? You mean you found something good.
Yeah. They're protecting something, right? Yeah. So what are you doing here, Chuck?
You need to make a bypass chip to use this, and every time you want to use it, you have to make another bypass chip. They're really cheap to make.
But then you...
There's two things here. There's a crash technology in the... there you go.
Oh, wow. So there's two...
There was two things there. Just happened to be.
No way.
Yeah. So there's...
Go ahead, Matty.
There's four things. There's the monolith, which are like the giant atlas things that will teach you words.
Okay.
Like the dead animal thing he was talking about.
Yeah.
That is from a monolith.
Okay.
There's colonial outposts, which are usually places where people are. So you can find one of those, and they'll give you technology. Transmissions are either relics or a broken down ship. Mm-hmm. It'll bring you to one of the things, and if you do the puzzle there, which is just like a numbers puzzle usually, it'll give you the transmission for either the relic or the broken ship. And then shelter, I think, is the most important.
Okay.
It'll give you abandoned stuff, or it'll give you suit upgrades. So if you want suit upgrades, you just click shelter for like 5 minutes, and it'll put like 10 of them on your map, and then you just go get them. That's what I did.
So like you say, so now I get what you mean by waypoints. It is telling you where stuff is on the map.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I thought you meant like
you can find it otherwise.
Here's one corner.
No, it'll just tell you where stuff is, so you don't have to. So now he knows where this plaque is.
Exactly. Okay.
But like I've come across like
you'll just find stuff as you go.
Oh no, yeah, you could easily discover it on your own, but that takes a lot of time commitment. Basically, right?
So I'm gonna name this planet.
Yeah. And which system is this though? We're still in
my third.
The third? Or
should
the
name it
2.2?
The other Fang of Beerus would be a great name, because it's a moon as well.
Ooh.
I don't know if it'll fit.
Yeah, is there a character?
Good. There we go.
Can you... Oh, you can rename it again.
No, you can't. You're done.
So this is
the moon.
This is the... We've called it the because, you know what? It doesn't deserve a full name.
It's the.
No, we called it the because I screwed up.
Yeah.
So.
I've done that. Don't worry.
Someone
I've done
pressed R2 too quickly.
Yeah, so I'm going to go to that plaque.
Okay, so that's kind of annoying then.
Oh yeah,
it's very annoying.
The fact that it locks in immediately and you don't have like upload should be the confirm button.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
I'm used to Xbox. The controls for like keyboard are quite different on Xbox. Many times I have clicked the wrong thing and I'm like, oh well, that's done.
Well, that's half a word.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's very important to anybody who's bought this, who are thinking of buying it.
So if you find my system, it's the moon.
Yeah, it's the moon.
No explanation needed.
So this looks like it's probably just a word. A couple words it'll give you.
So it's like the Skyrim dragon words plaque thing.
So like this part of the game is interesting because you're furthering the lore a little bit. There's a star coming.
See? Seek help with the language. So you'll get a few words. Sometimes you get an atlas word out of it too, which is kind of cool.
Silicate.
That's a very important word to learn.
So that's an important word to learn because if you come across someone and they say blah 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 like silicate, it's fair to assume they're probably
looking for silicate.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Also,
you become a trader now, right? Out of it, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This was underwater.
Oh, I didn't even realize you're underwater.
That's how good the game was. I mean, a lot of people are crapping on this game online right now. And I think it just... it played with their emotions a little bit. Yeah. It played with their, expectation.
Yeah, but expectation was driven through a roof by the fans themselves. It wasn't...
Yes and no. Yes and no, because there was clips, too, where he did say... that it was going to be multiplayer.
But he did, but that was literally 8 months ago.
No, that was 2 years
ago.
Yeah,
it was the initial release
2 years ago, he said, I want multiplayer in this game.
And then 6 months ago, he said, you'll be able to see stuff, but it's not multiplayer.
Yeah, things change.
Yeah. I mean, the multiplayer doesn't bother me, because I don't want to interact with people anyways, but... funny enough. I don't mean that to sound rude.
It's one of the weird gripes, yet you tend to turn your mic off or turn your headset off, or mute every player.
Unless I'm playing with you and Mike.
Exactly right.
Oh yeah, I don't listen to people when I'm playing multiplayer games. I'm usually in a party with friends.
Exactly.
If I'm not,
it's me, Travis, and Mike, right?
It's these guys warping in. What's their tale?
What's their deal, right? Exactly. Yeah. And it's funny.
I'm gonna attack.
You should totally shoot them and just get destroyed.
This will be fun. And it's while you do that, because
see, now they're shooting back at you.
This explanation doesn't really need much. So I was playing Overwatch before I came today.
Warping away.
And this kid was on his headset. And and when I say kid, I mean probably 12, 14 years old. And it was refreshing to hear a 14-year-old kid not use expletives, not use derogatory terms. He was the biggest cheerleader for our team. Because I joined the game late. I just jumped into the game. And literally the first thing I heard anybody say, he was the only one talking, mind you, but it was just he just said, alright guys, the payload's moving, we gotta stop it. I'm like, oh, okay, so is he just gonna start describing stuff, or is he gonna get into a bit more of where people are and stuff? A few more times, he's like, no guys, I died, the payload's still moving, we gotta stop it. And that's all he kept saying. All he kept saying was, the payload's gonna stop it, we gotta stop the payload. We gotta stop the payload. And then by the end, when the payload was literally 2 meters away from the destination point, that's when he his tacticalness kicked in. He's like, guys, I need another bastion up there, and all of a sudden he kicked in. It was just it was so refreshing to hear a kid
actually take the game seriously instead of being
instead of just calling every word in the book and telling everybody they suck, and yet I left that was the only game I played because I had to go to come here, but it's just I felt good.
Yeah,
it was weird. It was a good time. So
doesn't happen very often.
No, that's the thing, right? And really that's why I'm kind of cherishing it in a way, because it just doesn't happen anymore. But yeah, that's my multiplayer story of the day. Going back to the whole multiplayer aspect of this game and how it doesn't exist, for whatever reason I just didn't mute him right off the hop, and it was kind of nice.
But otherwise, I'd say, I mean, if you have money, with trepidation,
buy it knowing what it is before you go buy it.
Come September, I might be pretty well done with it. Once there's certain... My goal is to make it to the center and complete the game.
Okay.
To whatever I got to do that, then...
what have you, yeah.
I'll do it, but other than that, Matt, thoughts?
I give this game a week in my time. That's a long time for me. Usually I'm done a game in a day or two. I'll probably be playing this for a little bit. I have nothing else really to play now.
It's adult time, right? It's a perfect time for this game to release. Let's not kid ourselves. They probably released it 2 months ago when they first wanted to release it.
If this had come out in November, I think it would be in trouble.
Yo, God, yes, I would.
What if spring release, though?
Of spring of next year specifically?
Or even last year, this spring.
It would have been... I think it would have done fine. It's going to do fine anytime except for the
fall schedule, right?
Fall schedule this year, because the fall schedule this year so heavy. Is insane.
Yeah. And yet I don't... It is, but I don't want all the games, which is what I was last year.
Mm. I don't know. Recore looks really good.
And it's only $40.
Yes, Recore is one of those middle ground, that B tier game, right? Where it slots itself seemingly perfectly, hopefully.
You need to use your boltcaster there. There you go. And now, as soon as he blows one of these up, the robots are after him.
But he's got silicate.
He has platinum. You're going to get a lot of platinum from these. You'll get about 250 per.
Okay. So what is that the... Oh, okay. So they don't have an energy bar per se.
They do. It just kind of doesn't load sometimes.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. This game real buggy. This game real buggy. Trust me.
Yeah.
See, there's
Have you taken off from a planet and got thrown into space?
Haven't yet. Whenever I use my grenade launcher on the dog type robots, they glitch every single time.
Okay.
So I can't loot them, and they still have half a health bar left, and they just don't shoot me anymore.
Oh, it's like your skeleton dragon from Skyrim.
Oh, it's so dumb.
Yeah, remember that?
Were you coming into work? You will not believe what just happened to me today, guys.
So
I killed a dragon. Carry on.
So I was playing Skyrim, and there was a dragon up in. All I remember was like icy. It was up in the
super north, eh?
Yeah. I killed the dragon, and I got its bones and all the loot that you get from killing a dragon in Skyrim.
The soul, and yeah.
Then I saved it, and I shut it off. I had to go to work. The next day, I come to work, or I turn Skyrim back on.
What?
And holy man, the dragon's back, but it's a skeleton.
An unkillable skeleton.
And I couldn't kill it.
Yeah, that sounds very, very Bethesda stuff. Yeah, that sounds about right.
It sounds totally fitting for Bethesda.
We stayed out in Lively at my parents'.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I brought my hard drive because my dad has my copy of Skyrim.
Okay.
It's still there.
The skeleton dragon so it hasn't like unglitched. It's like the save file hasn't unglitched.
No, that'll be there for the rest of that.
It's a permanent save file. That's amazing.
That save file, yeah. I'm sure the glitch has been patched out now.
You need a screenshot of that.
Yeah.
Because that's amazing.
Was it on the PlayStation?
No, it was on Xbox.
Oh, really? Because the PlayStation had a lot of fun
Which is
glitches.
the one I had.
Oh, there was a lot of fun stuff with that game.
After one of so obviously they tried to patch the thing to the nth degree, right? As every patch rolled out, there seemed to be more problems with every new patch.
Oh yeah.
The one patch that I remember the most is I touched water and the game froze.
That's pretty good.
Couldn't even go underwater. Literally touch water, game froze. Had to go back. Delete all the previous game, like the game, not the same, like on my save file, but the same save data stuff, just so that patch was the only thing new.
Yeah,
and that was what's fixed it. Oh yeah, Bethesda had a hell of a time with that Skyrim game. Still one of the greatest games in the world.
That game is fantastic.
You know what I mean? Like
I will be buying it again this fall.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. So we're gonna go
I'm just gonna play now.
Yeah. And we're gonna go on to the rest of the show. So, you are buying the remastered edition.
Of course
Despite the fact that you have a $3,000 PC, who probably the PC version of Skyrim probably looks better than the remastered version.
I already own it on PC as well with all the expansions.
So why would you not just play that and hype up the quality?
Because achievements, yo.
Alright, okay, fair enough.
I like achievements.
I've become that guy too, and a previous episode I talked about the Batman Arkham collection. Which is something I've always wanted to go back to the Arkham games and actually complete, except for maybe those stupid challenge stuff. Like just
some of those are real fun. The challenges are real fun, but I don't have the patience for them. I'm not that good.
Exactly right. It's just it's something like the 50 string combos. It's like nuts to that, right? But like I always had an idea of like going and completing all, especially the single player story mission trophies. I always had an inkling of doing that. So. But then now, like, I've lost, like, that Arkham collection has fallen off my radar. I think it comes out in 2 weeks.
No, it's not coming out. They delayed it indefinitely.
Oh, again?
I think it's indefinitely delayed because they did not like how it was
How have we not talked about this?
I don't know.
Yes, it's...
I missed it.
Indefinitely delayed.
I knew it got delayed. It got delayed once, like, maybe a month or so. Then I missed... Okay, yeah, because apparently the remastered edition looked worse than the original editions did. Yeah, so... Take it for what it's worth, but I mean, remastered. Well, I saw on the PlayStation Store today, Dead Rising triple pack for pre-order. So they're bringing 1, 2, and Off the Record to the PS4.
Oh, for the PS4 as well?
Yeah.
Because some of those games were not available on PS3.
Well,
Anybody who has not played those games, you need to play those games.
Exactly right. And with Dead Rising 5.
Or whatever they're calling it. Yeah,
because 4 was the Xbox exclusive one.
3 was the Xbox exclusive
one.
Sorry,
3. Sorry,
so
exactly.
I think they're calling it Dead Rising. It might be Dead Rising 4.
Exactly. But, probably a reboot because Frank West is involved, kind of idea. Is it Frank West? Did I say that right?
Yes, it is Frank West.
But apparently that's only a timed exclusive. That will be coming to PS4. So it seems like somehow, despite Microsoft probably funding Capcom to make the game,
I would imagine they did.
Capcom had enough clout to say no. You only get a timed exclusive out of this somehow. So yeah,
where is this distress signal?
It's just I've seen these before too. I think that's already happened and you weren't there, so it's just gonna sit on your map now for a while. It's one of the glitches that they are probably gonna fix eventually. But yeah,
and one probably last thing about No Man's Sky, like to the developers' credit, to Sean Murray's credit, like after the leaks, that one guy with the to spend $1,500, $1,300 for one copy
what
of the game.
Waste of
You're
money.
insane.
You're freaking insane. You find better times to waste your money.
Mm-hmm.
Go buy a Lamborghini or something. Because if you have $13 of disposable income, go buy something else that's worth way more to you. But
why?
But just, I think we could. That's probably a whole episode on its own at this point. Like the whole why factor of that. It's all about.
It doesn't need its own episode. It was a waste.
No, exactly. It's probably just that I am now officially the first person, and nothing can take that away from me.
Well, congratulations, because nobody cares. But
I have no idea what his name is. All I know him is by a Reddit username.
Yeah.
You know, like he's not gonna sit in the history books anywhere. Like, you know, yeah, exactly. So shut up. But yeah, to their credit, after the leak, and they like this game that we're playing was not the game that guy played. You know, they patched in a lot of stuff.
It's very true.
You know what I mean? Like, so to their credit,
so I'm curious because this was my old ship.
Yeah.
Do I have 2 ships now?
No, I'm just surprised that ship's still there. Usually they take off like within minutes.
Interact.
He's like, you didn't leave me with any.
No,
fuel,
like you can buy that. You can buy that ship back. Like you can just take that ship back if you want now. I don't know why. It just hasn't left yet. It's very weird. Usually that only happens on planet when you find a broken ship. Your old ship just sticks around there, and you can go grab it if you want it.
Yeah.
It looks like I can just take it back.
Yeah, it's free. It's not going to cost you anything. It's just going to sit. I don't know why it hasn't left yet. That's very, very strange.
It'll probably go away once I turn the game.
Maybe when you reboot the whole.
You'd think that, but
yeah,
this game could surprise us, right?
Probably won't do that.
So, on to other stuff. Now that we've talked about No Man's Sky for a good hour already.
Are we really an hour?
Yeah, we're 56 minutes in.
Sweet.
So, and luckily there hasn't been much happening in the video game world in the last few weeks, ever since our last show. Matt, do you have anything that's like, because you're the new guy here, do you have anything that's come up in the last bit that you kind of...
Yeah, what are you playing lately?
Yeah, like, what are you playing?
I've been playing this for 3 days. Before that was Monster Hunter Generations for the 2 weeks that it was out.
Okay, yeah.
But about 160, 170 hours into that. Monster Hunter game is real good.
Apparently, is it that game that's good, or just...
It's just Monster Hunter. Exactly. This is like the beginner's guide to Monster Hunter for the West, because there's no G rank, which is the hardest difficulty, because it's not... Usually the West gets the G versions of the games, which are like the remakes of the previous game, and that has G rank. This one is a brand new game.
Okay.
So there is no G rank for it, so it's very, very easy to get into this one.
Nice. And like I like, especially with the Giant Bomb guys, like Jason A. Striker, like the guy is like Monster Hunter fanboy, right? So I always hear him talk about it. I can't. What is the draw to Monster Hunter? Because I don't get it.
Oh, it's very understandable why you don't get it, because it is a very, like, the systems in that game are real bad. Okay. They are not good.
Right? That's the one thing it seems like every fan says.
They're not good. But if you can get past the 4 hours it takes for you to learn how to do things, you're good to go, if you can get past that. But I like the fact that you see, like, you'll go on a quest and kill a monster, and then you'll get some of the parts for that monster, and then in your, like, menus they'll be like, oh, you can craft this now. And then it'll give you these skills, and then like, okay, that's cool, this looks cool. And then you see another monster, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go kill that one now. Okay. And you just do that over and over and over again.
Oh boy.
And it's just the tug of war of killing monster, getting loot, getting new cool looking stuff, and then doing it again.
And then just repeating that same process.
And I've done it for 170 hours now, so.
Hey Travis, I know I texted you this already, but for the sake of the show, I beat Link Between Worlds.
That only took
3 years. Shut up, Matt. Shut up.
4 years?
Shut up, Matt.
I was there the day you bought it. We were all there buying our DSs, our special edition DSs and our Zeldas. That took you 4 years?
Yeah.
Good job.
What did you think?
Why is the checkpoint for the final boss before the actual dungeon you have to go through? I know it's been a while, so you guys may not remember this.
I just did the dungeon in one sitting, so I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't suck at Zelda games,
yeah.
So it wasn't an issue.
It was a night shift. It was 4 o'clock in the morning when I was playing it, and I was like, I couldn't, because it's funny.
You were on your break, right?
No.
4 a.m. I wouldn't be on my break either.
I was sitting there, and I know why, because then the next set of night shifts that I was working, I was playing it a bit more, and I find, like, I guess I was that exhausted that first time because I caught the pattern right away. You know, like, so it's like, obviously I just wasn't paying attention kind of idea. But who makes a checkpoint prior to the start of a dungeon?
when it's life support systems like this, use the power canisters.
Yeah.
That's what they're there for.
Okay.
They don't cost you materials.
Nice.
Good tip.
So we're
Do you have any tips for Eric how to beat a Zelda game?
No, because I've already beat it.
He beat it. He doesn't need my tips.
See?
But
stop being so damn jerky.
But when I did do that, I did not get the red tunic in that dungeon because I missed it somehow.
There's a red tunic? I went with the blue one.
I went with the blue one too. I beat that game with the blue tunic.
Actually, funny enough, I got the boots after I beat the game.
Oh, there you go. I think I did just about everything in that game except get that red tunic, and I was
didn't know there was a red tunic.
I beat the game, and I'm like, there should be a red tunic in this game.
I feel like I've made a mistake coming down here.
You can climb. The jetpack allows you to climb. So just run into the wall with the jetpack, and you'll just go up and go up infinitely, and it won't cost you that much.
Anyways, it took Eric a long time.
Yeah, but just because I just don't play my 3DS a lot. That's really what it comes down to.
Oh, it's so good.
It is. I really enjoy it. Because the only 3 games I have for it were Link Between Worlds. Well, that's a lie. Because I have 4 Seasons and Oracle of Seasons and 4 Swords. That came free with the pre-order of.
Oh yeah, the Oracle of Seasons was the one that came with.
And with either the game or the console, and then the other Oracle and 4 Swords came free with the other one.
I think 4 Swords was the one you got for being an ambassador.
That's what it was.
Yes,
okay,
it was a free ambassador.
Oracle of Seasons.
So, counting the 3 Zelda games, I literally have Pokemon X.
The what?
The green crystals. That'll be like a really good material.
Emerald.
And your inventory's full.
My ship's probably too far away, so I'm gonna go back.
You can transfer for nothing.
Say what?
So transfer like that carbon or the plutonium, and it'll transfer because you have spots in your ship already.
The plutonium.
Plutonium
to the left.
There you go. So click triangle, click circle, click triangle, hold it.
Well, there you go.
You can transfer to your ship no matter where you are.
Okay.
You just can't take back from your ship unless you're close to it.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Okay. Anyways, continue on about Zelda.
No, yeah. So other than the Link Between Worlds, 4 Swords, and Oracle of Seasons, which I have started playing, quite underrated as far as the game. Like as far as the season goes.
It's the Game Boy Color one.
Yeah,
Oracle of Seasons was a game nobody played and everybody should play. It's a really good Zelda game.
The mechanic of like changing the seasons in order to get around it's almost like the Dark World version of Between Worlds and Link to the Past. You know what I mean? How you have to switch sometimes between back and forth to get around stuff. Yeah, no, that mechanic. I'm actually really pleased with what I've been playing so far.
Capcom did those, didn't they?
Yep, Capcom did those games.
Other than those 3 Zelda games, I literally have Pokemon X and Mario. So I was actually looking at the other day on the Nintendo store to see what other games I should be buying for that system because I feel like I should be using it more.
There's a few good things.
Like Fire Emblem Awakening is kind of.
I have like 100 hours. Not Awakening. Fates, the new one, which is like the soap opera ness game. Yeah, I have like 100 something hours in that one. That one was really good. Awakening, I think would be better for somebody who doesn't play a lot of Fire Emblem games.
Yeah. Just it would be my introduction to.
Yes, so, I would definitely recommend Awakening.
I downloaded the demo for it and I'm like, alright, this seems alright.
Awakening was one of the best games on 3DS. It's very, very good.
Yeah. But yeah, so other than that, of course I've been playing Overwatch as we already had our Overwatch minute earlier today. Actually, I meant to say, did you happen to check out the weekly brawl for the last 2 weeks, ever since they went with the whole Rio Olympics theme?
No, I've pretty much lost my steam with Overwatch.
That's a shame.
I played one Lucio ball game. I was real bad.
It's bad.
It's all right. I see what they're doing. It is.
Terrible.
I'm really bad at it.
Same here.
The one guy I played against had like 7 goals, and I'm like,
sounds about right.
I'm like, man, I'm bad at this game.
Yeah, so it's Rocket League, but you just Lucio pushing the ball around.
Yeah, forget it.
Yeah, it's bad. No, the mechanics are not great as far as it working properly, but like as far as in my own head, anyways. But yeah, so it was interesting because they got with the whole Rio Olympics thing, so they went with the soccer theme, and yeah, I don't mind the whole like Olympic theme loot stuff that they got. Like I got 2 sprays. I got Reaper BMXing on a bike, which was kind of sweet.
Yeah. I bought $30 worth of loot boxes.
Why would you do that?
Because I wanted the American McCree skin, because that's like the greatest skin ever made, and I have just about every other skin available for No, like from the Rio set.
Yeah.
In that $30, I got like every other skin.
Oh, nice.
I don't have the McCree skin.
yeah, and that's the only thing that's stopping me from buying loot boxes is because I treat me getting a new loot box every time as progression in the game kind of idea. So I don't want to rob myself of that. Otherwise, I will wane off that game kind of idea. Like,
it's a shooter. If I like the mechanics, I'll keep playing it for years.
And that's the thing I do. But I just feel like because there's zero progression in that game, that's in my head. That is my progression kind of idea. So yeah. News came out finally about when this is going to be Sports Minute for everybody. Sports Video Game Minute, because everyone knows that I'm the resident sports guy on the team. NHL finally came out with their feature sets. They've kind of been slowly leaking it, but now it's come out. Like franchise mode has been announced as far as their features go. Very customizable in how you can create a team and import them into a franchise mode without really any major hiccups kind of idea, or making it seem like it's not it. Like before you had to kind of work around stuff. Now NHL seems to have that. They're basically doing what NBA 2K15 did. They're always playing catch up to them, basically, as it comes down to it. Because now NBA 2K17 is coming out, literally saying you can start a league with 4 expansion teams right off the hop. Like as part of their worked-in system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like you get kind of that idea where so NHL is gonna get there at some point. It'll probably take them another 4 years, but but yeah. So and the thought behind that, given that you can customize jerseys, arenas, and everything else, and Jason sent us an email about it, and I think I had every idea of doing it, but now that he's mentioned it, I'm gonna mention it out loud. Is literally making the North of Nerd NHL team, and basically creating a whole series out of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even if it is an expansion draft, we'll go through before we even go to that expansion draft, we'll go like, hey, what kind of guys do we want to draft? You know, let the readers and viewers kind of be part of it, and then we'll just play the games and I'll put them on.
Yeah.
We'll video archive the kind of video, the actual gameplay. Kind of. So that's kind of something I'm working on along with my WWE kind of North of Nerd Federation. And WWE finally has shuttered their showcase system. So the big...
that means nothing to me.
No, I know.
Was that the system where you can create your own events and stuff?
No. That was...
because those were hilarious.
Those were good. Those... the showcase system was like the Austin one last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yes. Okay.
The other year was Triple H and Michaels feud and the CM Punk Cena feud, right? That stuff. So it's basically a story mode that you play through with the things that have already happened, which is kind of oddly backwards in a way. Like you're playing through something that already happened, therefore you're required to do specific things. But it was kind of cool to see you play through it. But they've shuttered that. They realized that they couldn't do anything with Brock Lesnar being the cover athlete, and they couldn't get a lot of other wrestlers to agree to be part of that. So they shuttered it because of that.
Done deal.
Because for those who do know, Brock Lesnar had some great matches against Kurt Angle and the Hardys. Those three...
The Hardy Boys.
The Hardy Boys, yes, exactly. Those three are part of a rival...
Have they solved any mysteries?
No, they don't solve mysteries.
They just wrestle?
Jeff Hardy is usually coked out of his mind most of the time anyways. So it'd be kind of maybe fun to see. You know what I mean? But yeah, so because they're in a rival, like TNA, which is a rival company, they can't be part of wrestling, so they realize that they can't do a showcase mode with Brock.
Got it.
3 of his best matches were that. So they shuttered that, so it looks like they made Universe mode and the actual career mode. It looks like they fleshed it out a bit more.
WWE is going to be free for games with gold.
2K16 will be free with gold.
Like,
so
what,
in 3 days, as of this recording, I think today's the 12th. It'll be the 15th when they switch on the 15th and the 1st of every month.
Yeah.
So WWE is free on Xbox.
Definitely pick it up. It's different than your 64 days of WCW for NWO Revenge and No Mercy. It's different. It's a totally different experience. Definitely give it a look because it's way more sim based now as far as the actual wrestling goes. So definitely do that because it's free. I wouldn't be recommending to now because to buy it, but because it's free, if you're at all interested or curious even, definitely download it. Travis, anything else you've been playing other than No Man's Sky? This has been pretty kind of...
since Tuesday, this has been pretty much it. Before that, I started up Mass Effect 3 again.
Yeah, you said that's right. I forgot about it. How's that going? Just 3, right? You didn't start from number 1?
Well, I started 2, and I'm like nuts to this. So then,
why not 2?
I don't know.
Okay. Just too much.
I feel like this one's worse than my other one.
Matt?
It's got a range boost on it, which is +3. Hard to get at your point in the game, but it is only 6 slots. And yours is 7 slots, so therefore better.
Cancel that.
Just go by slots.
Slots is the be all I
know, right? It's
exactly,
so important. Yeah. So important, the slots.
Yeah. Other than Mass Effect 3, I think it was just building up to this.
Good point. That's a good point.
Space games.
Yeah.
Wrong.
I'm trying to go. Nope, you failed that one.
I know what event that is. The middle one would have gotten you something.
It's information I could have used yesterday.
Whatever, he's a jerk.
I'm going through just a list of stuff that's So we talked about Lucio Ball. Talked about that. We obviously talked about No Man's Sky. Star Wars Rogue One movie trailer came out today.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Totally watched it just before I came.
Yeah, I from a guy who literally last one he watched or last memories of Star Wars is Darth dying, and Jar Jar Binks.
Yo man, Jar Jar Binks, best Star Wars character in the history of existence. Anybody says otherwise, they're wrong.
I'm being such a contrarian.
He's terrible.
So to me, like even the last one, like it didn't register on my radar, like. So from 2 more Star Warsy guys, even if you haven't watched it, like
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm excited. It looks good.
Yeah.
Something to watch and be excited for between numbered movies.
Fair enough.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That
seems like Disney is doing a really good job with the properties that they.
Well, they're at least releasing them on a proper schedule. I suppose it's important, right? Like
between Star Wars and the Marvel movies, I don't know how they haven't taken over the world.
Well, they have. We just don't know it yet.
Exactly. Just in the back.
The amount of money that company they shut down Disney Infinity because it was only making them $125 million.
Yeah, but they also had $100 million worth of fucking dead stock with the Hulk figures. So.
They were making money with that property, and they're like, "Nah, we're not making enough money. Shut this down."
There was a lot of talk about, and there was a lot of talk about like because Marvel has become so big within that company, is that there's like almost infighting.
There is. I would imagine there is.
That like decisions can't be made in a timely fashion, and that's Disney Infinity. I think suffered for it in that sense.
I can't believe Skylanders is getting a new iteration this year. At this point, like,
really,
who's still buying this?
This is the same company that made Rock Band 18,000 Van Halen, so it's really not that surprising. Activision for
Guitar Hero Van Halen, real good game, I must say.
But 18th version.
I know they made so many. They'll milk something.
Not Rock Band, Guitar Hero.
They'll milk something until it's completely dead, and then they'll go for 5 more years.
Exactly, to just string any type of money out. It's the like Call of Duty. You get the 1 year out of 4 that is actually good anymore, right? Like you get they just do the same thing. Destiny. One could argue that they just keep rehashing. As much as the expansions are different, are they really different?
They might be. They have a stream next week, the 16th. They're doing a stream, and a lot of people who are in the community say they're going to announce custom matches, which would be kind of cool.
Especially for that kind of community, right? Yeah, who don't get to make themselves.
The shooting in that game, much as you'll say about that game, the shooting in that game, it's Bungie, it's the best.
It's the exact reason why anybody keeps playing it. It is the
it's
tightest
so
shooting mechanics ever. It is Halo. It is, that was always Destiny's main hook is I can't get away from this because I love the feel of playing it. It wasn't about the story. It wasn't about
there's nothing to that game.
Exactly.
There's really nothing.
Like we strictly played multiplayer for the most part, and even the Trials of Osiris, we tried that for a bit, and it was just like
I don't have friends to play that with. It sucks when you get randoms to do trials because people are really bad at that game.
Exactly, right?
Or they quit.
Right? Exactly, yeah.
Can't do it now.
Yeah. But the one thing I thought was one of their introductions that I feel like they didn't go fully out on, that they almost stopped dead on after, was the Prisoner of Elders. Like the actual...
it came back with a new update.
Yeah, in the April update they brought it back. Okay. It didn't add much.
But I feel like they should... Like, that was a mechanic, like an arena-style battle mode of just you and not PvP, but PvP, but PvE arena style. Like that, we had a lot of fun with that when the first came out. But they just, like you say, there was nothing new after a while, so it's like, well, why am I doing this anymore? Or you didn't have keys anymore to open the chests or whatever.
You don't need keys anymore to open the chest. See? You just get it.
You just get it because exactly right. Like I feel like they're almost a year too late on that.
They are like the one thing I'll give Bungie credit for this game is they listen to what people have with problems and they'll do their best to fix it. Sometimes it's slow.
It does take a bit of time.
But you know what?
The engine that they're working in takes 8 hours to load.
As soon as they dump the 360 PS3 versions, which they are with Rise of Iron,
exactly, yeah.
The game is going to be able to be updated much better.
Good.
That looks like nickel.
That's good. That's good.
I think it. Yeah. Other than that, no. I fired up the old 360. Played some Mass Effect 3. I'm still sort of circling the drain with Dragon Age. I just can't bring myself to finish Origins.
Just stop.
No, like I want to.
That game was real good. It doesn't hold up now, and if you play it on consoles, it's real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to play that game on PC, the first one.
Yeah.
They got better over time, like the newest one, Awakening. Really good on consoles. That's where I played it. But
yeah. Mass Effect 3 still looks awesome. 4 years on, like it looks really good.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm playing my DS a little bit more. Okay. The whole Pokemon Go craze kind of got me in a Pokemon mood, so I fired up Heart Gold.
Okay.
So I've been just.
So you're not even OG Pokemon. You're going Heart Gold.
I was near the end anyway, so I'll scratch that itch and finish the game at the same time.
Nice.
There you go.
My inventory is full. What am I doing?
What am I doing with this?
So, Final Fantasy IV, I dug out for DS, the 3D remake. That looks like a high-end N64 title instead of like the Sprite version.
Yeah.
You should really play that game next. Well, you want to play Final Fantasy at some point, and I think 4 is a good one to start with. The story will pull you in. It's got Game of Thrones-esque intrigue and betrayal.
That works for me.
Other than that, not really. Just playing this. Really waiting for Recore for Xbox One.
Yeah, like, well, what is your next big title that you're buying?
The next big one that I'm like.
Next title that you're buying. Like,
Recore. It'll be Recore.
When is that? September?
September 13th.
Okay. Matt, what's your next big? Like, what's that title? I know you pretty much buy every game.
I don't have like that title. Yeah. The next, I'm gonna be buying Deus Ex. That's out in 2 weeks, I think, or 2 weeks from now. Then Final Fantasy 15. Will suck me in for a week, and then it'll take me to beat that. Probably that'll be about 100 hours, I would imagine. Yeah. And then it's just whatever. I'll play Destiny. I think Destiny's probably going to suck me in the most because it always gets me to come back. Exactly. And that's the middle of September, so that's a month away.
That's not bad. Yeah. For me, it's probably
and then Pokemon in November. Oh my god.
Yeah. See,
I don't want to go back.
I can't. I've been like I mentioned, I've been playing X a bit more. I can't get over the whole 3Dism. I
maxed out my counter on Pokemon X. My time for that game's 99959.
Wow.
That's like my Final Fantasy 7 days.
Man, we did. And most of that Pokemon was me just breeding Pokemon for other people, and it was. I'm not going back to competitive Pokemon. It was insane.
Wait, competitive Pokemon?
Yo, man,
you did tournaments.
I did tournaments. I went to Worlds 2 years ago for that. It was in DC. Oh man, competitive Pokemon. Actually, they announced today that you cannot go as the public. You have to be a competitor to go this year. They have closed it off to the public, which kind of sucks. And that's in 2 weeks. I got a few friends going to that.
Holy jeez.
Usually they work it, so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. My lord. All right. Yeah, I've been playing more MGS5 just as requested. I got quiet now, so now, and she's actually, like, I brought her on a few missions now.
Yeah.
The game is so much easier with a gigantic sniper who's completely quiet all the time. I will say that.
D-Dog is better.
D-Dog is
D-Dog going to buildings with you and does the exact same thing.
Yeah, like, I got D-Dog set up, like I mentioned on the last episode, like, I got D-Dog set up with a knife, just kill streaks everywhere. And I like D-Dog because he can spot stuff on the map, too, kind of idea. But yeah, like, it's just been refreshing, because I went on one, I'm in Africa now, obviously, and there was one where it was just, like, kill the mechs, so we can get, like, the story is kill all the mechs from this camp because we need to track the next shipment of mechs to know where they come from, kind of idea. And it was great because Quiet's just sitting on some rock cliff somewhere, just sniping everybody. I'm walking up throwing dynamite on the mechs and just blowing everything up. It was the easiest mission I've ever done in that game.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have a bit of respite as far as the sniper actually doing something without having to really command her to do it. Once you tell her to fire, she starts firing on everybody. Yeah. So it's really nice in that sense. But other than that, I was night shift this week, so it really was kind of a wash week for me. As far as playing video games,
up to that, so I really don't know. I'm gonna be.
I haven't played Metal Gear Solid since launch. Like, it took me. I think I played that for 2 weeks. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Apparently, Konami got their hands on like the crappy microtransactions. Have they really been like infuriating with you?
Do you have it? So when you load the game, you have the option of going online or not.
Oh, really? Because that wasn't that wasn't a thing. Yeah, because this was before like the bases and stuff. Because apparently it's real bad.
Yeah, apparently it got super bad. Like 3 months after launch, it got super bad. As far as like people just wiping out your entire stock of fuel and whatever. And I
had one offshore base because they give you one for free. And it was fine, but now it's like 90% of your materials are there, and I'm like, that's no, thank you.
No, see, I have not played that game online, so I wouldn't even.
I think that would be the way to do it. I think that would be the way to do it. To be honest,
and to some who maybe it's changed since like launch that 3 month cycle, and then now, I don't know if things have changed. Because I know people in that 3 month period, like say when the microtransactions hit, like people were having like I can't play offline because I'm short resources. I feel like I'm not there at all, kind of idea. So maybe they did another kind of switch off where like the resources aren't they're not Oh, sorry, there's stories. What do you think, Travis? Child emerges from the monolith.
Well, I can't stay, so I should comfort it.
Why can't you stay?
You can stay forever.
Stay forever.
Stay there forever.
There's branching storylines. End game right there.
These have nothing to do with any of the story whatsoever. All this has to do with the game is whether you get stuff or not.
Yeah.
But he only knows one word. He only knows traveler, and that doesn't help him at all.
No, right? Exactly. Yeah. That's interesting.
Because you are the traveler, so that doesn't help.
Is he calling you the traveler?
Oh, there you go. It understands you had a gift.
Hey! Slow golf clap there. Slow golf clap.
Yeah.
So MGS
what else is on? What else do you want to talk about?
MGS. So that's what I've been playing. The one thing I mentioned is I just saw it before I came. GoldenEye is coming back as a free online multiplayer. You can literally click a link down, like it goes to his Google Drive account, and you download it.
That's legit.
No, but it does look like yes.
That's legit. That's how you do it.
The first sentiment I had it was yes, okay. But yeah, it seems legit. Like you can download it through a torrent. You can download it through a few other places as well. It is, for all intents and purposes, remastered. 10 game modes. It's GoldenEye as you know it. Just online multiplayer.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, is it really relevant? Like, who cares?
Probably not. It's probably good for a nostalgia kick at best.
That's what I was going to say. We're cashing in on nostalgia now, and it's like...
If I wanted the nostalgia kick, I would just pull out my copy.
Up the 64,
my 64 isn't plugged in. It's sitting underneath on a shelf, but I would just plug it in and play
just
my
find 4 people to play, right? Exactly.
Which is not that hard to do.
No, especially with GoldenEye, right?
There's like a nostalgia cash-in, and then there's like clinging to nostalgia. And I feel like because GoldenEye has never really had...
a remake, like any kind of furtherness in that franchise?
Like, they had the 64 game, and then that was it.
Well, they had the 360 games with Tomorrow Never Dies and that
they
kind
had
of stuff, right?
GoldenEye Reloaded, which wasn't it wasn't terrible, but it was just a middling first-person shooter. It was just whatever.
Yeah. So I caught that before. I didn't click the video. I did watch the video. That's how I know there's 10 game modes and stuff. But it just it doesn't look great, but it definitely looks non-polygonal kind of idea, right?
That's important.
There's that. I guess.
Well, it's a source port, so...
precisely, right? Exactly. It's to be expected, right? And the last thing I wanted to talk about it's something I saw last week, is Rocket League. It is coming out with basically Mario Kart, but without racing. It's still soccer, but you got power-ups all of a sudden. You got tractor beams that can bring balls into the net for you. You got all sorts of weird... I'm assuming there's probably banana peels or some form of banana peel involved.
There'll be an oil slick.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
And I'll say, that's good because I uninstalled that game because I had enough. Oh, I mean, what? I mean, soccer cars, so... This is
so fun.
Negative cast, but...
Still so fun.
It is fun, and don't get me wrong.
So fun.
If you don't own Rocket League, you should.
Oh, without a doubt. It's the one game that should be in your library. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially for the $10-15 it actually costs you.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was due for a change.
No, exactly. Like they tried the Rocket League Lab, where they tried with those different maps. Some of them
had the hockey one was not very good.
See, Travis loved it.
Really? I didn't like that one. The basketball one was pretty good.
See, I didn't like the basketball.
Oh, really?
I couldn't get it
the basketball
because I'm not a big jump and shoot forward guy.
I'm bad at Rocket League. I'm straight up real bad at that game. But it's still just and I hate sports games in general. I think I'd rather just watch it, sit down and watch sports than actually play them. But man, Rocket League was I played that for like 3 weeks straight, and that was all I was playing.
Absolutely. Like, there's something, like, again, like, I don't think I've ever mentioned this, and we kind of mentioned it before, because we had this change of setting on the PS4, and that's why I mentioned it. Like, I like playing my Spotify while I'm playing video games, so I have to change my mindset when I play a game like MGS5, where I can't have the music on because it's a stealth game. You know, like, I don't need that stuff. I need to hear everything that's going on in the game. Whereas, like, Rocket League, Overwatch, turn the Spotify on and just play for hours. You know what I mean? Like, I just get lost in the music and I don't really concentrate on anything else other than playing the game and the music, and it's perfect, kind of right? So, and Rocket League is that game. Not to say that like, during the game itself, there's no soundtrack playing, but, like, the soundtrack for Rocket League is actually really good if you're kind of into, like, weird beats and stuff. Like, it's actually pretty decent. But yeah, so Rocket League Power-Ups is something coming out in mid-September, I think. I want to say. It's free. It's like as with most things in Rocket League, it is a free patch, basically. It's not it's not like the Back to the Future car, the Batmobile, where you have to pen like all of $2 to get it, kind of idea. And I have every intention of doing so, I still have yet to do so. But yeah, like it's like one of their usual free downloads, like the Wasteland Arena and stuff like that. So it only positives coming out of Rocket League these days, which is nice because, like you say, it's been a while since something came out that was like really captivating. Because, like I said, the NBA stuff didn't hit a mark for me at all. Unless you guys want to talk about anything specific, something came up in my head the other day when I was reading something else, and it kind of brought up a good point. I figured we were three of us, so it worked out well because there's we can add in a whole other aspect.
I'm gonna warp to the system.
Okay, so
the one planet system.
Why would you do such a thing?
You think it's a waste? Or?
I don't know. Like,
why would you do that?
No, do whatever you want. I've never seen.
Planets in a movie, 2 movies.
I haven't seen a one planet system. That's kind of cool.
Is that actually maybe worth it then?
Maybe it's like a giant planet. I don't know.
Yeah, let's do it.
Is there an easy way to get back to where you came from?
No, not really.
Because I'm kind of worried to leave this system.
If you like this system, I know warping is cool and everything, but if you think you want to make the money right now, just take a couple of hours to make the money, then leave. Because unfortunately, it's the map design of the game. It doesn't tell you where you've been.
Yeah,
and it's always rotating, so it's really hard to go. So it's really hard to like go line back.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like you're going north, just go back south.
No, it's always moving, so it's really obnoxious.
Yeah, okay, that's kind of really.
There's a way to click like view discoveries, so you can see what's close and see what you've discovered.
And I still don't really know what that does.
It doesn't always work.
I don't know what that really does.
Yeah. Okay.
There's the.
Yes, that is the moon we need to go to. The moon is the
down below one?
That little moon right there.
Okay. So that's a planet then. Burian,
Titanus
1? Okay.
It has a bunch of moons that are very rich.
See, there's the moon.
You discovered it.
Yes.
Oh, it's the moon. That's right. It's the moon. Yeah.
It's the moon.
So if you guys don't have anything specific else to talk about, I'm gonna pose a question, and it's just for fun. It's basically to end the show at this point.
Yeah, because
we're at 1:30, so it's good. It's good. So if you could pick 3 people to sit down and have a beer with, who would they be?
Like anyone?
Anybody, for whatever reasons.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Matt, you go first.
Okay. For the only video game person I really want to talk to would be Phil Spencer. I love Xbox more than I love any other system. That guy, he's single-handedly changed how people thought about Xbox.
We talked about it after E3, during our E3 cast, right? Absolutely.
Barack Obama, because he's like the coolest guy in the world, and he's legit president.
Yep.
I follow American politics way more than I follow Canadian politics.
As you should, because
Canadian politics, real boring.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree.
I don't know, the third person...
Justin photobombed again.
He did. He photobombed a wedding.
That was good.
In a surfboard.
And to his credit, though,
I like Justin.
I know, me too. I like his personality.
I just feel really bad that, like, Barack is outgoing.
Yeah.
And, because I think that, too...
Yeah.
The president and our current prime minister would be a good North American team.
Yeah. It's a shame that
instead of the potential Donald.
The potential.
So anyways, so Phil Spencer, Barack Obama.
I don't know who a third would be.
There's probably a follow-up there. Like, what is probably the main question you would ask these people?
I wouldn't really ask them. I would just sit down and I would just listen to stories.
Listen to what they have to say.
I wouldn't be able to come up with a question that I would want to hear from them. I just like listening to people.
Yeah, I'm the same way, right? It's just like, give me your knowledge. Just go. Right, exactly, yeah.
I don't really have... Those are like the 2 people I would really want to talk to. I don't really have a third person that I would really...
Okay, well, include ties. How about that?
I can't think of like a third person. Those are the only two. Like, my two passions in life are video games and politics, and that covers both of them.
It covers
like, if I want to put a third in there, just throw Reggie in there, because Reggie's Reggie, and you never know what you're going to get with Reggie.
Nice.
But, honestly, they're...
For those who don't know who is Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Yes, right? Nintendo of America's king.
Nintendo...
Interesting.
My God. One of the most Nintendo.
Yeah. He's ridiculous. He's not a real person.
He's a caricature of someone else. Right? Exactly, yeah. Travis, you got time to think about it.
Yeah, so I suppose, I don't know if he drinks, but Shigeru Miyamoto, and then by extension his translator, because he's...
Yes, that makes sense.
And again, like Matt, I probably wouldn't have much to talk about. I would just listen to what he had to say.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart.
Nice. Nice. That's excellent. That's excellent.
And I don't know, Phil Spencer probably too.
I think
Harvey Smith probably from Arcane Studios.
Okay, your beloved Dishonored people. Exactly.
I don't get your love for that. I played it. I bought it twice. Okay, I bought that game twice.
So fine, I've seen like to really play it.
And I played it, and I'm like,
give Eric 3 years, he'll get it.
I sat there, and I'm like, okay, this is fun. Whatever. I'm like, whatever. This is a game, and it's like your favorite. Dishonored 2 looks pretty good, I must say, but
it's still not. It's a weird.
I'll buy it. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it, but
it's not. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, there. Yeah.
No, it was the perfect stealth game ever made.
Oh, did you play Metal Gear Solid 3? You had to eat snakes, okay?
I did play that. I didn't like it.
No, that game is... The menus in that game, real bad.
Real bad menus!
Real bad menus, because you had to click start and then go in to change your outfit and then come back. It was bad.
I'm so glad I haven't decided to go play through all of them.
But it's real fun.
I know, because I got the collection. Like, I could easily do so. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to find that, but...
I bought it off Amazon for $35 at one point. I finally bit the...
Which collection did you buy? Like the PlayStation full one? Or the Xbox, like, 3
No, the full one.
Yeah, the full one's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I'm like I said, like, it's all the game. Like, you can't really go wrong. Especially, like, even with the PSP ones, with Peace Walker and stuff, right?
Peace Walker is the Monster Hunter game that people don't know about.
Nice, exactly.
That game is a dumbed down, like, in terms of mechanics of Monster Hunter.
Yeah. Interesting. For me...
I feel like this should be a way of...
You can't do that. But that's copper.
Yeah. But that is floating copper.
It's another rich moon. I'm going to be like a jillionaire by the time I'm done in this.
I think you're going to be raking it in here, yeah. For me, it's Ron McClane of the CBC fame.
Yeah.
Like, again, it goes back to your Phil Spencer, right? Like, how many stories does that guy
share? Right? That guy has a lot of stories.
Especially only about... Even if he wants to just chirp Don Cherry for an hour, I would let him do it. You know what I mean? The amount of...
I feel like they don't like each other.
Ron, I feel at this point he's getting annoyed with him.
Well, wouldn't you? I don't listen to Don Cherry ever. I think
I actively tune him out now.
I'm just
like I actively tune out Don Cherry, like absolutely. Like like I refuse to watch coaches. Like every time like I'm watching CBC, Mock Night Canada. Oh, it's first intermission. Change over because I do. He once said something about when some of the big fighters. Like Stu Grimson and some of the other big boys are saying like, we screwed ourselves up, like in the head doing what we do. Like, we shouldn't be doing this anymore. And he went off on the guy, Don Cherry did, on Stu Grimson, saying like, that's how you made your living, blah, 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 blah. And he went off on this. At that point, I lost complete respect.
He doesn't understand how the game works anymore.
He's a dinosaur.
This isn't the 80s.
Exactly, yeah. This isn't the days of the old Norris division with Toronto and Detroit and St. Louis, where literally all 5 teams in the division were terrible. So all they could do was fight every game. You know what I mean? We're not there anymore. It's a different game. Get off your high horse. Stop calling Frenchies who wear visors a bunch of wusses, or Europeans who wear visors a bunch of wusses. Some of the best players in the world are either French or Swedish, pretty much. Not to mention Alex Ovechkin.
And my boy Vladimir. Oh man, I love that guy. That guy can play. That guy does not get enough love. He's starting to get love this year, but he plays in St. Louis.
We actually mentioned that the other week, actually.
He plays in St. Louis, so people in Canada don't get to see him that often. That dude can play.
That guy is amazing.
He is you mentioned so good.
Because we talked about the cover, right? You're like, who is this guy? This Tarasenko is amazing.
The guy, I think the last game I saw was Toronto-St. Louis, maybe. I didn't go to any this year, unfortunately. But man, that guy can play. Yeah, he is so fun to watch.
He's really good. But yeah, so it's Ron McClane as number 1, without a doubt, just for the sheer stories that he can tell. Even just his just list when Ron McClane's on your television. I implore you to just shut up and listen.
Look at those pixels.
You know what I mean? Like, look at those pixels.
Those were real good popping pixels.
Number 2. It's funny because I asked the question. I don't really exactly know the answer per se. You know what I mean? Like, I think Jeff Gerstmann is probably up there for me. Of Giant Bomb.
You know what? He probably has a...
Just because, again, he's a storyteller. He has so much knowledge from... He goes back in the Wayback Machine all the time, kind of idea to draw up stories.
Well, he's been in the industry since
he's been in the industry longer than I've been alive.
Born, right? So, like, exactly. So, like, that guy's seen a lot of... Especially if I can get his, like, non-censored version of what happened at GameSpot.
Never gonna happen.
You know what I mean?
That is a story that will never be told.
Told enough of it that they know. You can fill it.
You know what happened.
I want to know like the exact conversations of how he went out. Like, did you just start tossing stuff and throwing expletives at everybody?
No,
probably not.
He probably didn't.
No, but you know, I would love to hear. Like, I would love to hear like his version of exactly what went on throughout that course of action. Other than that's almost like an aside to his actual knowledge, kind of idea. Third, I'm kind of
Hulk Hogan.
It's definitely wrestling related, and it's probably
not Hulk Hogan.
It's probably Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Just because he's so insane.
He is a little
that
bit crazy.
I need to know it. I need to experience it face to face.
Yeah.
Like he's that, you know what I mean? Like he's that prototypical like the.
That's a great moon name.
Hey, nobody else is gonna have it unless
I'm sure
somebody's probably has the.
There are so many the moons out there.
Always people have T moon.
Yeah, but yeah, Vince McMahon's probably my third, just for the sheer fact of like his genius insanity, just to experience it face to face. Because there's some stuff that he does, or even to this day, that is like, you're a brilliant, brilliant man. But then in the same breath, you're like, you are absolutely insane, and you should not be thinking this way. Like we're like we're not that way anymore. You know, like there's just such an interesting dynamic to him, and he's what, like 80 now? Like he's pushing 80 at this point.
Oh yeah, he's old now.
You know what I mean? But yet he has no problem taking a bump as recently as 5 months ago. You know, he took a Roman Reigns punch to the face, quote unquote, but then flung himself over the top rope to the bottom of on the mats below. You know what I mean? Like the man's 80. He shouldn't be doing this stuff. Yeah. So just like to get into his mind and just really kind of put his world into perspective would be really interesting. But yeah, those again, it's all about storytelling. And I think you're right. Like it's not for like I said that question part because I figured maybe one of us would want to ask questions, but I think we're all in the same boat. We're just like, go ahead and talk. I will just sit here and drink my Jack and Coke and just listen to you for hours.
Well, I went to Fan Expo 2 years ago, and we paid to see Patrick Stewart and William Shatner. And you would think it would be mostly Star Trek stuff. I think they talk about Star Trek like very little.
Yeah. Kill it!
But to listen to Patrick Stewart talk, like it was.
He's a brilliant. He's got a brilliant mind for like everything. Like he's like just even what like I follow him on Twitter even, and it's just like anything he posts on Twitter is just it's gold. Yeah. It's not because it's funny, not because it's super insightful. It's just everything he does is with seemingly with a purpose. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't even like with dinner with my family, and he posts a picture of him smiling at like ear to ear. Like the man seems so happy 24/7.
Yeah.
It's a sight to behold.
Yeah, so Patrick Stewart, Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yeah.
For those not in the know, I mean, Mario, Zelda,
exactly.
Nintendo.
Mr. Nintendo, right? Yeah. Exactly, I know exactly.
Phil Spencer.
And I like that, because like, and I like how you said it, Matt, like, Phil Spencer, he's the one who, like, acted, like, he brought Microsoft out of the Don Matic age. You know what I mean? Like, he single-handedly dragged it.
He's fixing
the PR that happened after, because that was a mess.
That was a mess. And they're paying for it still to 4 years from now, right? And finally, Phil Spencer had to drag it out of the mud to get it back to where it needed to be, right? Yeah, no, exactly, and I like how the way you said that, because I think we mentioned it in our post E3 episode as well, like how the Don Matic era is officially over, kind of idea. You know what I mean? Like it's fine. Xbox is finally what we know. It's our Halo 3 Xbox now again, kind of idea. But yeah, unless you guys have anything else have to say, again, email northandnerd@gmail.com. We're on YouTube at North of Nerd. Facebook, Northern Nerd, where we usually post most of our stuff. I'm thinking we're probably going to, like, a lot of the articles and stuff that we reference in the show, we may actually post to our Facebook. Like, we're going to make our Facebook more active. And, like, hey, look at this article. Look at this article kind of idea. That way there's a bit more, constantness in our Facebook page so people can actually get a bit more info than just this, the Northern Nerd Shows kind of idea. Yeah. I think there's probably some benefit to that. But, yeah, other than that, unless you guys have anything else to say?
No, I think it's pleasure being here, gentlemen.
Awesome, excellent, guys.
Thank you,
Matt. Do you have any your Twitter, Twitch handle?
I don't use Twitter very often, but I am on twitch.tv/JediVerily almost every day. I haven't been streaming No Man's Sky because honestly, I don't know why people would want to sit here and watch this. But earlier,
we just did another good for you.
Earlier this week, I did stream 10 hours of Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist to get the rest of those damn achievements because that's like a 50-hour game to get all those achievements.
All right, but so there you have it. There's probably going to be some cross promotion in there somewhere.
Eventually,
we're gonna work through this. We're gonna do some backdoor deals. And thanks a lot, everybody. Have a good day.
See ya.
Bye-bye.